Bullying has become an epidemic in our society. It is so bad, in fact, that this month has been designated Bullying Prevention Awareness Month. We have to create awareness about bullying. So here at Sonoran Living Live, we're very lucky to have joining us here world-renowned expert on anti-bullying. Dr. Dan Olveus is joining us, along with Phoenix's First Lady, Miss Stanton, is joining us. We are very honored to have both of you here. Dr. Olveus, what is the difference between bullying and teasing?
Teasing can be made in a friendly way, but bullying is systematic abuse of power, where you have a power imbalance. The person or persons who are doing the bullying perpetration have a kind of power position, and the victim, the target, has difficulty defending himself or herself.
It's affecting so many kids in our schools today, and you have recognized that and have addressed it. And it is so bad, in fact, that you've actually come up with opportunities for parents to recognize when bullying is becoming a problem. What are some of those symptoms that parents should look for if we think our child is being bullied or being a bully?
Now, we have data from the US which shows that about 20% of the students are involved in bullying problems as a victim or as a bully, which means about 10 million students actually in the US.
Oh my.
And so it's something which has also long-term consequences for those involved. Actually, for the victims, many years after this occurred, this means that they have depression, anxiety. For the bullies, this is kind of rule-breaking behavior, which means that they are involved in other unsocial behaviors. It's not always easy for parents to recognize this, but of course, children who have no friends, who find a new way of go to the school and maybe get hurt and so on, are, of course, we have written about that. There are a number of signs that parents can use. And it's important that they react and make the schools responsible for doing it, for this.
Absolutely, and I think that we all can relate to it in one way, shape, or form, even as adults. And Ms. Stanton, this is certainly true in your case, which is why you created this summit. Tell us what happened to your brother.
Well, my brother, and that's why I have a personal passion for it. My brother was victimized by bullies throughout his childhood and into adolescence. He was ultimately actually physically harmed by the people who were bullying him, and it's why I have a personal passion for it. But since I started this initiative, I've actually heard countless stories from parents and grandparents who have children who are suffering from being victimized by bullies every single day.
And by pulling in experts such as the doctor, what do you hope to accomplish with the summit, and how can those of us who live here in this community benefit from it?
Right. Well, the summit that we are hosting and that Dr. Olveus will be keynoting is actually directed at educators, people in the school environment who are with our kids every single day. And the goal of the summit is to teach them effective ways to respond to this problem. There are right ways to do things and there are wrong ways to handle this, and we'll be providing those tools to educators. And hopefully they'll take those tools back to their schools and back to their communities to share with others.
Absolutely, and hopefully you'll be back to share what you've learned with us so we can work together as a community to combat bullying.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you both for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Always good information, and as always, we will have all the information about the summit on sonoranliving.com.